Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Hi, guys. Hi, hello. Good morning, everybody. Tea? Do you have tea? Good morning. Do you have sunshine? We have. Oh, it is just so lovely, isn't it, when the sun is out? Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Lovely to see you. Hi, Pam. Let's say good morning. Someone's going to say hello. Good morning. Yeah. Good morning, everybody. Okay, I'm going to get started in just one moment, however. So Mason's learnt that he can raid the pantry when I'm on live because he knows that I'm busy and I'm occupied. So they learn quickly, don't they? Good morning. Yes. Yeah. So bear with me one moment. We will get started. However, I imagine that a snack is going to be thrust into my hand in a minute. Hope you're all okay. So it's Over Three's Thursday today. So I'm going to share with you a little activity I did with Mason. Was it at the weekend? I think it was at the weekend actually. Yeah. I think it was at the weekend that we did it. I'm going to be back in one moment. Sorry about that. Joys of working at home with a 3-year-old. What was I saying? So I did this activity with Mason at the weekend and thought I'd save it and share it with you guys today because it's a little bit advanced. So it's much more suited for Over Three's Thursday. Love your hair, Claire. Thank you very much. It's wet and it's screwed back because it's just been a busy morning this morning. It was one of those mornings where I wanted 5 more minutes in bed rather than dry my hair. So you just got to pick the priorities, haven't you? Good morning, everybody. So I hope you're okay, and we're going to get started now. So I'm just going to have a quick gulp of tea. Oh, tea is so good. Okay, right. So this is an activity that I did with Mason, and it's really the reason why I wanted to share it with you is because it's just so open-ended. So I'm going to show you what we had and what we played with, and just how it developed and how it all happened. It may be very different for you if you have a go at doing something similar, and that is absolutely fine because it's all about going with your child and what they're interested in. So I literally, the other day, we were at a loose end, I think it was like the afternoon, and I wanted to do some playing with him and I couldn't think what to do. So I grabbed a big pack of Post-its, good old cheap Post-its. You can get, you know, when they're in a whole big block in the pound shop. Big pack of Post-its, and I got a roll of paper as well. You can get these in, I got this one in BM. Their art section is great in BM stores. Or you can get them in IKEA on the big rolls and stuff, or old wallpaper, anything like that, just any big paper. And I just grabbed these, and I just thought, what should we do with them, Maze? Let's have a little play around. So first of all, we started by, I rolled out a big piece of paper because there's something with young children about big things. They love things that are really big and they love things that are really tiny. I don't know if you've noticed. So, you know, there's something about having a great long piece of paper across your kitchen floor, isn't there? There's just something about it that just says play with me. So I rolled out a great big piece of this paper. It's super cheap, super thin. Rolled out a great big piece, and then I ripped it in half because I couldn't find any scissors. And sometimes you're in the moment and you just want to do it there and then, because if I'd have gone off and got scissors and started getting all this stuff, I'd have lost him. So I've got 2 great big sheets of paper. I ripped them in half, and all we did was I let Mason choose a colour of the Post-its, and he went for pink and I went for green. And I grabbed a dice out of one of our sets, out of one of our games, and all we did was we took it in turns to roll the dice. So when Mason rolled the dice and he got 6, he then stuck out 6 Post-its in a row. So can we see? So he was just sticking out 6 Post-its. So dead easy. And then I would roll and maybe get 2, because I lose at all games. I would maybe get out 2, and I stuck on 2 of mine. And the aim was that we were aiming to get to the end of our paper with the post-its in no particular order. You see? And we've just stuck them down. So this, I've saved these from the other day because I wanted to share with you. So it was literally just a bit of a game. So we took it in turns. So there we've got a little bit of them learning to take turns, learning to share. We've got a thing about rolling the dice, recognising the dots on the dice, which is a really great skill, counting them, and then counting out the post-its. And the best bit about the post-its, because they're lovely and sticky, is that it gives them time to do the one-to-one counting. So I don't know about you, I don't know if you've noticed with your little one, that if they say have a handful of things and they start counting and they go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, you know, and they're counting quicker than they're touching the item. So it's a really great way of getting them to count one-to-one. So it's 1, 2, 3. So it was really good at getting them to do the one-to-one. So I had no agenda. I just got out the paper and the post-its, and we just started playing this game, and it was just really great. And there's moments, particularly as a teacher, and now I'm learning it as a parent, when you have those moments, you're just like, oh yeah, this is brilliant. Love this. And it was just really great to see him doing really well. He did win the game. I didn't just let him win, he did actually win the game, as you can see. His post-its were full, and he got all the way to the end, and then he was the winner because we're super competitive at the moment. And Mummy did not so well. I didn't get very far at all. So we were just playing with that, and we were just playing with them and sticking them down. Then it evolved because he was enjoying playing with them. And this is the part where, particularly if your child is in a preschool or a nursery, this is where the staff are really skilled, is encouraging children to use their initiative, so follow something that they're interested in, and this is where practitioners are skilled at being able to, what we call, scaffold them and guide them and support them, and we can add bits in. So I'm going to show you what we did next. So like I said, I started with no agenda, and we soon created this sort of game. And then I had a little go. Now then, if you ever want to evolve the play and you want your little one to have a go at doing something, something that I find really useful is actually by saying that I'm going to do it, and more than likely they will start to copy. If I said to Mason, do you want to write your numbers on the post-its? I don't think he'd have done it. However, because I said, grabbed a pack of pens, and this is when it's always useful to have things like pens and bits and pieces around you where you play or whatever. I grabbed a pack of pens, and I said to Mason, do you know what? I'm going to write my numbers on my post-its and see if I can, and see what number I get to. So I was telling him what I was going to do. This is what I'm going to do. Not, Mason, you've got to do this or anything like that. Left the pens out. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to write my numbers on my post-its. And I'm going to go through and see which number I get to. So I started writing my numbers. And then because Mason saw me writing my numbers, and of course they want to copy, because they like to do what we do, he then had a go at writing his numbers. Now then, I don't know if you can see, but they do not look like numbers, and that does not matter. He has had a go. He was looking at mine, and he was having a go at writing his numbers. He was looking at them, counting them, and then having a go at writing the digits. So that's brilliant. That's really great learning. Doesn't matter that they don't look like numbers. I'm not bothered about what they look like. It's just the fact that he was having a go. And it's just about the fact that he was recognising that each number was associated with a digit. So he was having a go at writing, and just as I was as well. And we were just having a little bit of a conversation. And then from there, so he didn't do all of them, he just started doing some of them. And then what you can do from that bit, now I didn't do this, just to point it out, I didn't do this, but you could do this, is when you've got some sort of post-it number line like this, there's a couple of things you could do, particularly if your child is around, so Mason's 3.5, so they're at that point where they're getting to know their numbers, they've got a good understanding of where they come and things, they might not know them all thoroughly, and that's fine. A really great thing to do is either take some of the post-its away. You could leave them numbered, but leave them out, so I'm just going to hold it up for you. Sorry, I know you can't see. So we take a post-it away, and then you could return to it, and you could start trying to go 1, 2, 4. Oh no! You know, this is when you do your best CBeebies presenter style jobby. Oh my goodness, number 3's gone. We've lost number 3. Oh no, number 3's gone. Where's number 3? Oh dear. Oh, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? And then that is where you encourage them, a little bit of problem solving, a little bit of mathematical thinking. Do you know what, why don't we make a new one? Do you want to have a go at writing number 3? And then you can do it that way, yes, that way. some chocolate, and there's no chocolate anywhere in the house. Trust me, I looked last night. So that's just a really great way of doing things, is that actually you could leave gaps on purpose and for them to fill in. No, I wouldn't correct them all. I just do lots and lots of practicing, just lots of counting when you're out and about. But yeah, just add them in, and just you can then go back and do the counting and add in the numbers, but try not to correct them, because they're at that point where they've got that confidence that I can count, I know all my numbers and I can count, and you want to keep that confidence in them. So you just keep practicing, because he'll soon pick them up. It's like what we call numbers by rote. It's like they almost sound like a song, don't they? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Is that they learn it like that. So he will pick it up. So just keep doing loads and loads of practice with your numbers. And again, so if you're struggling with these teen numbers, perhaps you could have moved this onto the teen numbers, and again have some blank ones, or just peel them off and have them by and see if they can stick them in the order. But that's getting really tough. That's what we're looking at doing in reception, that sort of thing. So just playing around with number and just moving the post-its around. So that's just a couple of things that you can do with the post-its. And then, just to show you, that was just like a bit of a game that I was doing with Mason. Oh, I know what I forgot to tell you. So then we had them out like this. We had our post-its out and we had them numbered. And that's why I did do the problem solving. Because then Mason, with no prompting from me, Mason went and grabbed these, which is our sorting counters. Yes, darling. Sorry. Outside.
Oh, I need it.
I'll have to get in a moment. I'm on the video. Somebody needs a certain type of car. So he grabbed these, which are just our sorting. We've got like these sorting vehicles. They're from Learning Resources. You can get them on Amazon. Or if you've got any bits and pieces. And we started then just picking them out. And Mason was picking them out. Let me get it so that you can see. He was picking them out and he was just placing them on one to one. And he was counting them and putting them in order. So again, he could do lots and lots of playing with them. Then that led me on to think that perhaps we could do some sort of post-its are really good because of the bright colours. You could also do some sort of patterning, making patterns with the post-it notes because they're so bright and colourful. So here, if I was starting pattern with a young child, like Mason's age, I would start with just 2 colours, just 2, and just alternating them at this stage is more than enough. Just alternating them and sticking them down. And then you could pick out the colours of the items of the sorting cubes, or the sorting vehicles, whatever you've got, and they could have a go at placing them on there. And then what also I would do is, as you are making your pattern, I've done this on a little piece so you can see it, but again, you can always do this. There's no reason why you couldn't do it on the super big paper. You know, like I was saying, that they just love working on a large scale, don't they? You've got a super long piece of paper and you have 2 packs of post-its and you're putting them down and making a repetitive pattern for them to copy. And if you don't do it right to the end, if you leave a bit, you can encourage your little one to predict and guess what's going to come next. And the most effective way I find of doing this is, like I said, just start with just 2 colours, and I would be, like I said, you have to be dramatic and you have to be over the top. So maybe starting with something like green, pink, green, pink, green, pink, and you keep going and keep doing it and keep using that silly voice because they will doing it. So they will soon join in, and then when you start green, and they'll go pink. Oh, let's find a pink one. Green, pink, green. Can you see what I mean? So you just mess around with it and just be really silly and do silly voices, and then perhaps you can encourage putting on the sorting things as well. Ooh, someone is saying that in Asda they have some colour. Oh, sorry, they have some sorted animals in Asda. They have the colour rote on them as well. £5 in the toy section. Lovely. Thank you, Laura, on Facebook. That's really helpful. So if you are looking for some sorting toys, they are really versatile. So you can do lots and lots of pattern, and then perhaps I would get 2 different colours and I would alternate those. So I just stick with 2 when you're making patterns and do lots of alternating. Like I said, do lots of silly voices and silly things, and you go down and up and make the sounds really long. Green, pink, green, pink. And you could do it really silly, and it just encourages them to join in, and they can do it as well. And then they can explore it with resources. And then finally, so they're giving you quite lots of activities here. So there's just a few ideas that you might just want to explore. And like I said, just like I did, I just started with a roll of paper and some post-its, and we just went and saw where it went. they might not play with them at all and might just enjoy drawing and writing all over the great big paper, which in itself is a fantastic activity because it's all the pen grip and the fine motor skills and large motor skills, so it's loads of stuff is going on. And then I discovered that you could also, I don't know if anyone recently saw, I was talking about 10 frames with children, about lying on 10 and making 10 a visual number, that you can make, using Post-its, you can make a really easy 10 frame, and I wrote on the number 10 because I was playing around with it with Mason, and you could pick out 10 of your sorting things, and you could just literally just place them on there. You can place on different values and look at the different pattern. You can maybe just start with 5 and show that you can place 5 in lots of different ways. And you can have a go and play around with 10 and what happens when you add one more, and what happens when you take one away, how many have we got then. So it just opens up for loads of lovely learning opportunities basically. So it's about not really having an idea in mind. It's not like doing crafts where you're aiming to make something. It's more just putting it out and being there so that to see how it goes and how the play evolves and how you can get those little bits of learning in. So maybe you can get in a few numbers, maybe you can get in the encouraging numbers, but like I said, try and start with you doing it, so you prompting the idea rather than asking them to do it. So I'm going to write my numbers, I'm going to see if I can find 10 things to lie on here. I'm going to see if 5 looks the same this way compared to that way. Do you see what I mean? So this is what I'm going to do, and then it's more than likely that your child is going to want to copy and have a go and mirror you, and that's a really great way of learning rather than saying, can you put 10 on there? Because they'll probably go, no, and they'll probably just walk off and go, no. So it's about them wanting to copy you and get involved in your play. So, yeah. So that's it for this morning. I know I've thrown quite a lot of activities at you there. It's just some learning that just happened by chance when we were playing home, and I thought I'd share it with you. So it's just amazing really what you can do with Post-its. I just think they're fabulous. You can do, these are definitely in my top 10 of resources because they're so versatile. I use them loads, and like I say, for £1 you can get through loads of them, can't you? So yeah, I hope that's helpful. I'm going to be putting photos on of what I've been talking about, and we'll try and describe it the best I can on the main feed for you on Facebook and Instagram. So I hope that's helpful. If you do have a little play with Post-its and your play goes in a completely different way, brilliant, send it to me. Let me see what you got up to, because to me, that is the best type of playing. I personally feel it's the most effective play when it's just completely open-ended with no agenda and you just see what happens. You know, he may have just got up and walked away, fine. He may have just peeled them all, fine. It's all absolutely fine. It's just seeing about how they interpret things and how they learn, and then how you can slip bits of learning in there as well. Lovely. All right. Good. I'm glad you guys found it helpful today. That's super. Okay, we've got to go and face swimming lessons now in glorious sunshine. So wish me luck. So have a lovely Thursday, over 3's Thursday. Do let me know if you do have a little play with Post-its today, or big paper. Something about big paper, isn't there? Thank you very much. Go and dig out some Post-its today. Fantastic. There must be somewhere. They're one of those things, there's always a pack somewhere, isn't there, in the house? So, all right, thank you very much for joining me today. Hope it's been useful to you. The offer is still running on the play prompts on the website today, and it finishes tomorrow at midnight. Anything you order will have a free gift put in with it. And yeah, other than that, have a lovely day. Enjoy the sunshine and stay safe. Thank you very much, everybody. I will